Hey everybody, how you doing? So today's video is going to be discussing the 5 dumbest conspiracy theories of all time. Now, keep in mind that these are just for entertainment purposes only, and if you disagree with any of these, or you think some of these could be true even, or if there are other conspiracy theories you think are definitely ridiculous, go ahead and put it right down here in the comments and we'll discuss it. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. Number 5, that there are underground tunnels connecting all the Wally worlds, and that they're going to use those as Fema or internment camps to keep us all in when martial law happens. Well, on the topic of Wally World being used as an internment camp or Fema camps, or these underground tunnels that connect them all and that we're all going to be placed there one day, I just think it is pretty ludicrous, but I mean, who knows? It could be true. I've seen some other YouTube videos about it. I've even seen some off-duty police officers talking about it, or security guards and that kind of thing, but I just think overall it's pretty ridiculous. I will admit, though, that Wally World is a different dimension. If you're going to go to the mall or a regular boutique, you're probably going to comb your hair and maybe spray your clothes down and throw them in the dryer, or iron them first, because, maybe you want to look like a functional member of society. But when you go to Wally World, all bets are off. Oh boy. You can look like you just crawled out of the lagoon, that you just drank 15 beers. Maybe you're wearing unicorn socks and house shoes. If I'm dressed like that on a Saturday night, guess where I'm going? That's right. I'm going to Wally World because, I'll fit in there. But anyway, I just think that this is a pretty ridiculous conspiracy theory, and I haven't seen or heard any evidence of it actually being true. But, hey, let me know if you believe otherwise. Number 4, that we actually never went to the moon in 1969, or ever for that instance. Okay, so we never went to the moon, and I can see how this one would be interesting. Growing up, I did a lot of thought about this because even some of my family members believed that we definitely never went to the moon, that it was just all a race against Russia, and that the Van Allen belts, which are radiation belts, wouldn't have allowed us to go, and that we would have burned up, outside the atmosphere and things like that. But I really believe it's pretty ludicrous that we never went to the moon. It's ludicrous. First of all, we've got the video, we've got a lot of these astronauts. I think somebody out of the thousands and thousands of people that worked on these space missions and moon missions, some of them would have cracked, and on their deathbed would have admitted the truth that we never went. I think that when you also look at it and you really look into it, you can see some pretty interesting conspiracy theories that branch off of this, and I don't want to spend too much time on those, but like Stanley Kubrick supposedly filmed the moon landings with help of the government's money so he could make 2001 Space Odyssey, that he needed the funds for that, and so he faked the moon landings. And it's very fascinating. I'm very interested in this. Like I said, hearing family members and friends when I was growing up talking about this, and a lot of people really don't believe we ever went to the moon. But that's what we have at number 4. Number 3. This one's going to be simulation theory. And this one's very fascinating. The fact that the universe, the moon, our lives, everything is a simulation. Okay, so simulation theory. That we are living in a simulation. Our entire lives are in a simulation. The universe, the moon, the earth, everything we've ever known is all a simulation. And I find this one very fascinating. I hesitated to put it on the list at number 3 because after reading a lot of Stephen Hawking books on theoretical physics and cosmology, and even Elon Musk and other really intelligent people have said that, hey, there's a good chance we are living in a simulation. I do find it fascinating since I've always been into science fiction and conspiracy theories, but I haven't seen any glitches in the Matrix. And so for me, I just really believe that, if I get cut, it hurts and I feel it. And I just think that we are here, we are on this planet, and we are all connected. And I just don't think that we are all living in some futuristic video game on some kid's computer. But hey, maybe we are. Either way, I'm gonna enjoy my life. Life is short, have a good time, and don't stress out about it if it is all just a simulation. Number 2, the reptilian Anunnakis from Alpha Centauri that have infiltrated the world. The reptile people. So, the reptilians. At number 2, you know, the Anunnakis or the reptilians from the Alpha Centauri constellation, or wherever else they may be from, that they've infiltrated the highest levels of our government, that they are, you know, actually a lot of the celebrities are reptilians, and that they are controlling or even breeding with us, and that we are somehow even possibly a hybrid of these reptilians. That one is number 2. I think it's just, this is one of the most ridiculous ones to me. Some of the other conspiracy theories, I think, well, you know what, who knows? You know, but this one to me is just absolutely ridiculous. I think that we would have seen somebody morph into a reptile right in front of us, or we would have seen some of these reptilians freaking out and their tongues flying around, or, you know, their eyes bugging out or something by now. I just think this one's absolutely ridiculous, so I don't want to spend any more time on it. And number one. Get ready for it. The mother of all conspiracy theories, in my opinion, flat earth theory. Oh boy. Let's get ready for this one. And at number 1, the biggest of them all, the mother of all conspiracy theories. We have to talk about flat earth theory. There are entire societies grouping up around this theory. There's some really, actually pretty intelligent people, on paper anyway, that have created some groups, and they make a lot of money. They have conferences about this, that they believe the earth is flat, that we're not on a spinning rock, you know, flying through the universe at thousands of miles per hour. We're actually on a flat earth. And this is one of the ones that I've studied extensively in the past just because I find it so fascinating. But there are a lot of tests that you can do that would negate this theory. For instance, climbing a tree or going up high in a tower, you can always see further. If you notice ships, as they sail off, you know, they get smaller and disappear, don't they? Well, that's because the earth is curved around, very much just like the entire universe. Space is curved, actually. It's not flat. And so I really feel like this is one of the most ridiculous, but it's also very fascinating and interesting to me. But yeah, I'm a very accident-prone person, so if the earth was flat, I probably would have already fallen off, or, I don't know, something would have shaken us off by now, right? But anyway, there you have it. All 5 of the conspiracy theories that I think are some of the dumbest, and that's it. And I also wanted to go ahead and add a couple of special mentions. So I guess technically I had 7 of the dumbest conspiracy theories. These 2 I didn't really want to go in depth with at this time, but I would say that the first special mention is going to be that the Holocaust never happened. That one's kind of a touchy subject at my house, and you know, that one's definitely kind of sad to even get into, but I think that's definitely got to be one of them. And the second special mention is going to be that the dinosaurs never existed, or that the devil put the dinosaurs here, or put the bones here to deceive us all. I think that one's definitely pretty dumb and ridiculous, but who knows? Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching my video today. If you enjoyed it or got any value out of it, please go ahead and like the video, and maybe put any comments, like I said, that anything that you find interesting, that you disagree with, you want to add to the topic, or maybe even other ideas for some videos that you'd like me to make. Thanks, and have a great day.